you know what, a thing I want people to understand is something that nobody talks about. Okay. Suggestibility is a continuum. It starts off with zero suggestibility way over there. And then you've got extreme suggestibility over there. So it's so extreme that someone says, hey, there's a cat on your lap, you'll actually see the cat on your lap. That's like really, really deep hypnosis, right? So over here, this really not very suggestible. That's like if you're talking to someone is an absolute idiot. You know that nothing they say has any basis in anything. They're a fool, right? And so you're not open to their suggestions at all. You're thinking about what you're going to do Friday night. All right. And then, but that's a normal state of suggestibility. But normal state of suggestibility has a continuum too. So if you start talking to someone who's an expert on something, like you know nothing about it and they know everything about it, you know what? You're going to be more suggestible to them in just that normal state of suggestibility. They'll be able to say things to you, go, wow, I never thought about that, and be open to suggestion, open to influence, and that kind of thing. Now, there's some things we can do, as we've talked about in previous episodes, that can make you go into a state of heightened suggestibility naturally. Like you're reading a book, and then what happens is we add trance to that, to the natural state of suggestibility, and it becomes more suggestible than usual. You're reading a book and you find yourself crying or excited, or you're watching a movie and you find yourself crying or excited, heart's beating. Your brain, your conscious mind knows that's just a picture, right? But you allow yourself to get into it. The room is darkened and the screen opens up, and then the action starts, and boom, you are entranced with that. So there is this continuum from almost zero suggestibility all the way up to the ability to hallucinate by suggestion. The hypnotist is trained to help you make that tipping point where you go from normal suggestibility into a heightened state of suggestibility. Good. How did you like that, Penny?
I really like that. And you mentioned the movies and TV. One way that you can just really know that you went into that heightened state of suggestibility is if you've ever watched a movie that was 2 hours, it was 2.5 hours long, and you get so enthralled in that movie, and it feels like it's only been 30 minutes, but you've been sitting there 2.5 hours. We call that time distortion.
Exactly. Cool. So is hypnosis real? Yes. And there's even medical and scientific proof. I mean, hard, substantial. Can you think of anything you can tell them about, since you're my medical person?
Well, I do know that there are many studies. I can't actually name one specifically, but there are many studies that have been done where they use functional MRIs, and they have people going into hypnosis or listening to hypnosis audios, and they look at the areas of the brain where the blood flow is and those types of things. And there are definite correlations of that. And there are universities that have entire departments that dedicate themselves to the study of hypnosis, particularly in the areas of anxiety, depression, and pain.
Right. It's been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that the brain functions differently in hypnosis than in just being relaxed or just being in meditation or pretending to be in hypnosis. And for a while, there was an area of psychology and psychiatry that said, no, you're not really hypnotizing people. People are just acting as if they were hypnotized. But these new brain studies have put an end to that. And hypnosis and hypnotherapy has been approved for even medical situations by both the American Medical Association and the British Medical Association all the way back to the 50s. Isn't that right?
That's right. And the medical research that's most current, since the 1980s, where they have done controlled trials, some double blind. If you're into science, you know what those things mean. But basically, it's a more solid form of scientific research when people are what's called blinded in that process.
Yeah.
And there are over 10,000 studies. Easy.
Wow, I get a headache just thinking about that.
Yeah.
For some people, this might have some validity, but several months ago, the Veterans Administration, United States government, Administration, was seeking hypnotherapy training for counselors, social workers, and psychologists. And I was honored to be able to put together a class for them. And I mean, they're not going to spend money on, fluff. So they have to have outcome-based research. I don't know if I said that right. That shows, that indicates this is worthy of having. Good. All right. Anything else you want to throw in there while we're at it?
No, I think we pretty much kind of covered it all in a nutshell there.
Yeah. Hypnosis is real. Science says so. Hypnosis is safe. No one has ever been hurt by simply going into the state of hypnosis. The worst thing that could happen in the hypnotic state is you could fall asleep and miss the whole thing. So, you know what? Earlier when we remember everything. Well, if you fall asleep, you won't remember anything, but you're also no longer in hypnosis. Hypnosis is not sleep. Hypnosis is not relaxation. Hypnosis is not even trance. Trance is a component of hypnosis. Hypnosis is not meditation. They're different. And so when you get proper training, like through the 5-Path International Association of Hypnosis Professionals, you will have a very good, firm handle on this stuff. All right, wrap it up.
All right, everyone. You can find more about me at pennychason.com. I have hypnosis certification trainings coming up. I have a #1 international best-selling book. You can find a link there on the website. And thank you very much for having me today, Cal.
Awesome. Thank you, Penny, for doing this series with me. And we'll be putting these out about once a week. All right. As you know, Cal Banyan, calbanyan.com. You want to go to calbanyan.com if you're watching this video anywhere else, because that's the only place that has all my videos on just about every topic under the sun that relates to hypnosis. How to hypnotize, depth testing, how to write hypnotic suggestions on the fly, how to build a business, all of it. And I have wonderful hosts like Penny on there. There's a few that are Cal only, but the best ones I always have a co-host because I don't know, it just energizes me. I know you can't tell that. All right, that's it. Cal Banyan signing off.